don't know that you should ever look like you should have a name badge on. If you look like you should have a name badge on, you are going to operate at a level that is commensurate with a name badge job. Like if you elevate your fashion, you're going to elevate your position. Elevate your game, build your confidence, elevate your business, elevate your life. The key, like when you elevate your fashion to a certain level, what's going to do is going to elevate your persona, which ultimately elevates the position that you have in an interaction. And that's everything, right? It's because when you're perceived as credible, that's the number one and most important element in order to have a successful persuasive event is credibility, right? So anything we can do to elevate ourselves, to put us in that position of higher credibility is going to lead to greater success. So fashion is a way to elevate, right? Communication is a way to elevate your posture, the way and not like the way you sit, but the air you have about yourself, as if you don't care whether or not someone says yes or no to you because you have such an abundance of opportunity, right? That posture elevates your ability to get yes. That posture elevates your ability to get dates, right? When it's not a coincidence that like when you are dating somebody and you walk around like, oh yeah, like all the girls come flocking or all the guys come looking, right? And then all of a sudden, like when you're like mopey and miserable and things aren't going your way, nobody wants to have anything to do with you. No different in interpersonal relationships than it is in business, right? And so this idea of being able to capitalize on the things that can get us closer to our objectives, like why not wear the best clothes? Why not have tons and tons of opportunity that you've lined up for yourself so that you never are, feel like you're being dismissed? Like I notice it probably more than anything else, like when I'm at the gym, right? So I'll go to the gym, I'll get dressed, and as I'm leaving, and now there's not a whole lot of guys in LA that are, wearing, nice suits and like dressed well, and it's more Lululemon and flip-flops, right? So when I walk out, like the number of compliments I get, oh, looking sharp, dressed for success, or just a smile, eye contact and a smile. I know like the number of people that engage you, right? Like when you're dressed well, it kind of elevates a certain perception, and there's a certain warmth that I seem to get, like when you're dressed nicely. And I think it's like anything else. I think that when you show that you care about something, other people are drawn to that. When you don't care about yourself, when you're kind of disheveled and slovenly, like people kind of like, they don't want to engage you. But when you're sharp, there's like a sense of like wanting to engage. And I think that when the way you dress inhibits your ability to be taken seriously, you need to change the way you dress, right? And I think that attire plays a role. I mean, it's a nonverbal communication tool, and there's certain people that I think need to dress certain ways, right? I think if you want to be perceived as a consultant, depending on what you're consulting on, I think there's a certain posture or presence that you want to give off, and certainly the new era. People out there are wearing flip-flops and t-shirts, and if that's their authentic self, that's fine. I think as long as it's authentic, it works. But there, for me personally, like how I personally engage, I still expect my doctor to wear a white coat with a tie underneath it, and with a white shirt, and a solid tie. And I expect my accountant to wear a golf shirt, and I expect my lawyer to have a better suit than me. And my IT guy can wear whatever the heck he wants. He can be in flip-flops and sandals, and he can have piercings all over his face and tattoos, and spacers and everything else, because he has knowledge, right? And that's authentic, and for some reason that gives him credibility. I think this lends me credibility. I think that there's I've never ever had being dressed nicely be a bad thing. What my gut tells me is you got to wear a suit. You got to be dressed better than the person who you're in front of, And that doesn't mean when you're first starting out that you need a suit full of, or a closet full of suits. It means you need one good suit that you can get at TJ Maxx. Just get it tailored properly so it fits you, and put an iron on the shirt and use some starch, right? And keep it clean. I mean, that, like, and polish your shoes. Like, for me, that's what it is. And I believe that's the best course, the safest course of action. I've had many people go, oh, I should have told you, or I apologize, but I think it puts you, when people are apologizing, particularly in the business we're in, for what they're wearing, it puts you in a position of authority, puts you in a position of strength. And so, it never fails. But I just like it. I mean, that's what it comes down to. If I didn't like it, I wouldn't do it.